Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, guys? I feel like making a video today, so we're gonna make a video today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm your host, Ian, but I have no intro comments today, so I don't really feel like it, so I'm not going to. And also, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, so let's get to it. Man caused explosion of childhood home after wrongly believing he had been cut out of the will. That's a bit excessive, bro. That's a level of greed never seen before. Your childhood home is like where you make all your first memories. It's where you like come and go from school, you know. You had your bed and your bedroom in there was all nice. You know, you get to spend time with your family, and you don't really get that anymore. So, you know, you should cherish it, but I guess this guy doesn't. All these wonderful memories you had in your home, you know, playing Fortnite with the homies at 3 a.m. and you decide to blow it up. What do you mean you blew up the house you spent the first 19 years of your life in? There's no way you were that rich to warrant the response that this guy had. If the house was worth like $4 million, maybe it would be a little bit more understandable, but like, dude, and something tells me if you're willing to just blow up your entire house over this, then there's a reason they cut you out of the will. Well, they didn't cut him out of the will, but like, if they did, I would totally understand it because this dude is probably super spoiled. Oh, I don't get dad's Pokemon card collection from 1942. Well, let me just blow up the entire house. If I don't get dad's toolbox, I'm planting a 14-kilogram bomb in the basement. But also, how do you even do that? How do you just explode your entire house? And safely too. Like, this dude is literally unscratched right now. Do you just open the gas on your stove for 10 minutes and then throw the cigarette butt in it? And now you just put your family in some crazy debt, bro. What a reet. A man who set fire to his childhood home after wrongingly believing he had been cut out of his father's will has been jailed. Yeah, bro, just because the house is paid off and you own it now doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want, like just set it on fire. It's also not yours, it's your dad's technically. What entitles you to think that you just deserve the house? Like, what is wrong with you? He's got the if I can't have it, no one can kind of mentality, bro. What a loser. Also, you might want to do some double deep digging when you realize that you've been cut out of the will. You might want to double check that before you just blow the house up. Darren Davies, 55, poured petrol around his home before setting it alight, causing an explosion at the 260,000-pound bungalow he shared with his brother Craig in Lancashire, destroying decades of family memories. 55, dude. It's always the old people, bro. Why do old people always go in my videos and, you know, they have all this experience and yet they can't use their brain still? Also, it says he shared the home with his brother. Does that mean that, like, he lived there still? Put aside the family memories for now. Do you have a place to sleep, bro? And you can visit whenever you want. Like, it doesn't really change whether or not it's your house, like, the functionality of it at least. But nah, that's an expensive home, though. I just looked it up. 260,000 pounds translates to about, like, $349,000. Dude, if I'm your dad, I'm rising out of the coffin, walking over to the will and erasing it from your name permanently and for real this time. That's a lot of money, bro. And you shared the home with your brother. Does he have a place to sleep now? Does he stay in the house? But that's not like a tiny job. Going to get petrol and like spraying it all over your house, around it and everything, you know, in the grass and all the stuff like on the walls. Dude, that's not like just a 5-minute process. That takes a little bit, dude. He was just thinking it was fine for this entire time. He was pouring gas around his house, just being like, yeah, this is definitely a good idea. I'm gonna blow up my entire house. The incident at the property on Carr Lane in Hambleton near Polton Duffield followed the death of their parents in 2024. Rest in peace, bro. Like, I would be so disappointed in my kid. If ghosts were real and I was the ghost of this dude's parents, bro, I would haunt him forever. What do you mean I raised you, I fed you, I put a roof over your head, and I did everything for you as a parent, and then you just blow up the house that we did all that in? Are we serious, bro? In a respectful manner. Your parents aren't paying for that anymore. They can't. So, I mean, what are you gonna do about it? Now you just have a huge fine on your hands. And if you weren't the one who got the house in the will, you're definitely getting sued by them now. And this picture just makes him look so jolly and happy. Like, he has no regret in his eyes. And I'm sorry if I'm not getting the connection here. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm not that smart, but like, if his parents died in 2024, how did he just come to the assumption randomly in 2026 that he was not in the will? Like, doesn't that come pretty fast after? Like, after they die, they read the will and everything, and they figure out what goes to what, the assets and stuff like that. Why did he just randomly get angry 2 years later? And did he just get absolutely nothing from the will? The article says he believes he was cut out of the will, meaning like he got nothing, like he was completely outside of it. So like, did he just not receive anything from the will? Even if you get like $50 and that's it, bro, you're in the will. I mean, you're still in there, you know, they considered you. The only time you realize you've been cut out of the will is when they don't read it to you and like you don't receive anything, you know. That's when you realize, oh, they probably didn't consider me for their will. And that's okay, but like, Wouldn't you realize that earlier than 2 years? Preston Crown Court heard that Davies set fire to the property on 27th March 2026 while gripped by the false belief of a secret will that he was not included in. Is that a thing that happens? I've never heard of a secret will. And what's the point in that? Like, you're preventing arguments, I guess, but like, you're already dead. Why does it matter? You're not gonna have to witness those arguments, and plus it's your stuff that you're giving out, so like, shouldn't you have the right to give it to whoever you want to? But the house has to go to somebody. You know, after 2 years, you would probably know who the owner of the house is, and if it's not you, you would think it's like one of your family members or something. If you own the house now, I'm pretty sure they would tell you. And even if there was a secret will, let's say your dad was really mischievous and didn't want to hurt your feelings, and he was like, wow, I gotta give this house to someone else, but you know, I don't want my son to know. It doesn't change the fact that you don't own the house. You're still not gonna own the house. You didn't own the house, and you haven't owned it for more than 2 years. I wonder if the explosion was planned though. Like, he just planned to set fire on the house, and then he turns around, gets in his car, he just hears a big boom, and he's like, oh crap. The resulting blast sent glass and debris flying, collapsing the roof and sending thick plumes of smoke into the sky, with neighbors describing a loud bang as emergency services rushed to the scene. Who is gonna clean that up, bro? It's not like the city's gonna do it for you. Nah, bro, that's coming out of your pocket. Your work. And considering the fact you gotta pay property damages and you're probably gonna get sued by whoever actually owns the house, dude, you're not looking too hot right now. Bro, this house is in ruins. Look at this, bro. It looks like ancient Roman architecture. Your house is literally just brittle now. You got the crumbs of a house still there. That must have been so confusing though. Imagine being the neighbor across the street, you hear a bang, you look out your window, and the house is just gone, bro. Like, it's just completely gone. I would just laugh. I'm not gonna lie. If there's no like fire that's in imminent danger of me, I would probably just burst out laughing. And if there's no one hurt and like no one screaming, obviously, if I would, you know, make sure that nobody's dying real quick, and then I would burst out laughing. Miraculously uninjured, Davies emerged from the wreckage and reportedly told a passerby, "My family want the house. If I can't have it, no one can." What do you mean he emerged from the wreckage? Was he inside the house? He set fire to the house but wasn't smart enough to just like walk away or something, so he just blew up inside, and then not even a scratch. Bro, you are going to get the biggest karma one day. God was saving the consequences for later, bro. It's about to pile up on you. Bro just walked up to a dude on the street too. Like, it's just a random passerby, just a dude walking his dog. You walk up to him, the house just blew up in front of you, and the dude walks out. Yeah, my family didn't want me to have it, so I guess I just decided to blow up my house because I don't want anyone else to have it, you know? They can't profit off of my dad's death. He also told neighbors and police that he had wanted to end his own life. Hey, I'm glad he didn't do that. You know, obviously, don't ever think about that. Don't do that kind of stuff. It's bad. Please, if you have problems like that, go seek professional help. There's a suicide hotline, you know? Make sure you get help first. But like, can we just talk about the karma, bro? You want to kill yourself, basically, and you blow up your house, walk out without a single scratch, bro. You get like a little bit of soot on your finger and that's it. You are literally trying to die. You don't even get a minor injury. You're just bad, bro. That's just bad skill. But don't try it again. Firefighters brought the blaze under control before it could spread further, discovering 3 gas cylinders placed in various rooms, petrol in the loft, and a candle lit to start the fire. How do you even get that, bro? How do you just get gas cylinders? But that's low-key cinematic though. Like, you think it's your last moments, you set your house on fire, you know, you put all the gas around and stuff, and then you light a candle to finish it all off, and like, you're playing orchestral music behind you. Boom! But then nothing happens. Dude, that's cinema. You close your eyes thinking you're never gonna open them again, and then you wait a few seconds and you open them, and there's like a perfect circle around you of protection. Like, literally everything around your house blew up except for you. And dude, that is some insane luck. Absolute cinema, bro. We bought the whole cinema. POV, when you're in the cinema and you're alone. That's my sister, so she doesn't fucking count. Craig Davies, in a victim statement, revealed that both brothers were meant to share the house equally under the parents' will. Bro, it wasn't even a secret, bro. How do you get half of a house and don't even notice until you've already blown it up? And it's not uneven either. It's completely fair. You own part of the house, dude. And now look at that. You just blew up your own property, bro. You just shot yourself in the foot. He described the devastation of losing all his possessions, including diaries since age 10, family photos, and jewelry, along with the home itself. Bro, like, this is so pointless. Like, bro, you just destroyed everything in your house, all your parents' memories, all your brother's memories, all your memories, for nothing. You're literally fighting a battle that doesn't even exist. He said, Darren has effectively erased everything that defined my life before 27th of March. Nah, because if he had an apartment or like somewhere else he lived, he would have he would consider that, there's still stuff that defines my life there. But that means he just lived in that house, bro. Like, he lived in the house and he just blew it up. We are not brothers anymore after that, bro. I'm gonna elbow you in the nose and then just never talk to you ever again. Brothers fight and they always make up. but this might be the one situation where you will not make up after that. I do not want to associate and be related to somebody who is willing to blow up their entire house over a non-existent problem because they own part of the house. I think I'm going to stop reading there. I mean, the rest of the article is pretty boring. You know, it's some good stuff. If you want to read it, it'll be in the description. You know, it's basically like it's talking about the stuff they lost and all that. And he went to jail for 4 years and 4 months, or at least he's in jail for 4 years and 4 months right now. So like, dude, that's a crazy story, but like, I'm gonna stop here. Arson does not come with any rewards, ladies and gentlemen, so please do not commit it. But anyways, it's been a blessing to see you all, ladies and gentlemen. It's been amazing, you know, being able to entertain you guys in this, you know, calmer video. It wasn't as crazy as some of my other ones, but you know, I hope you enjoyed still nonetheless. And if you got any entertainment or any joy out of this video, then I'm so glad because I did my job. Thank you for all the support recently. Thank you for all of those who tuned into the streams, even if you didn't talk or, you know, you just viewed for a few minutes and then left. I still thank you for your view, and there's probably more streams to come. So if you see this video, check if I'm live, and you know, if I'm live, pop in, say hi. Even if you want to, you can go in the Discord link in the description and we can talk face to face, or not face, as close as face to face as we can get. But it's been amazing seeing you all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Ian. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.